Hey everyone, back to you to this evening's update. We're going to have a look at Christmas. For this evening's update, we're doing the first Christmas video for 2015. So pretty exciting times at Gazzo this evening. Now, of course, this is a long way off. We're trying to pin down one day's weather, sort of a couple of months away. It's not quite a couple of months away, but it's certainly a very long way off. And we're going to use the CFS V2 charts from Meteoseal tonight. The idea behind this is that we look at the model on a regular basis, and the more updates we do, we should see trends emerging if the model is working correctly. Now, I've done this a couple of times. We did it in 2013 and again last year. And actually, the updates were fairly good. I mean, they did throw out a few colder runs. We had the very memorable 13th update last year that produced a very cold Christmas and New Year period. So we always get sort of deviations from the trend, but actually over the past couple of years we have seen a fairly reasonable fairly reasonable performance from this model in terms of picking up the mild conditions that we've had over the past couple of Christmases. Last year did turn a bit colder on Boxing Day, I'm sure you remember that. Anyway, we're going to have a look at the 9-monthly CFS V2 from Meteoseal in a moment, and we'll carry on monitoring this over the next couple of months as well, of course, on a sort of semi-regular basis every 2 or 3 nights or so. But very on with that, just very quickly to say about the ads. This week's articles on all pages of Gazzo. This have a browse widgets, click through the links if there's any articles that you're interested in. Thanks very much for doing that. Also video ads, most pages which open out within the content. When you watch them, they'll close back up again. Thanks so much for getting involved, and thanks for doing that. Gav's shop is open. Well, it's open all year, actually, but I'm going to start publishing it now, publicising it a little bit more. So all you have to do with that, if you've got any Christmas shopping to do at Amazon, just click the button. You find underneath this video, it's on the other page as well, the homepage, for example. It says Amazon Shop, Christmas Shop. So just click the button. You go to the page that is Gaz Shop, and then from there we've got a search widget where you can search for any item that you want to buy from Amazon, or you can just click through the Amazon banners and go to Amazon directly. And because you're going from Gazzovis to Amazon, we get a revenue fee on the things that you're purchasing. So you don't really have to do anything different. You just do your shopping as normal, really. But the key is to click through the Amazon banner and go to Amazon. And when you do that, as I say, we get a revenue fee on the things that you're buying. So thanks very much for getting involved and doing that. And let's get on with the first Christmas update. So we're going to start off on the 15th of December. As I say, it's the 9-monthly forecast from the CFS V2 model. And I can tell you that before this, up to this point, have a generally mild Atlantic-driven pattern through the first half of December. So we start off on the 15th, and we've got still in an Atlantic-driven pattern. High pressure is down to the south, low pressure is in the north and west through the Atlantic Ocean. As we run through the day, so this goes through from the 15th to 16th, 17th, on into the 18th. We find a cold front coming down across the country. That introduces probably a band of rain, but it'll be turning colder behind that. Notice pressure is rising through the central part of the Atlantic. And then the high pressure settles down over the country. That's within quite cold air, so this would be a cold area of high pressure, frosty, foggy conditions around the 19th, 20th of December underneath that area of high pressure. The high pressure keeps moving, and another low pressure comes in from the Atlantic. This will probably bring rain, but because it's going into quite cold air, there could be some snow associated with that on the 21st of December. That low pressure then moves through the country, probably taking a band of rain, maybe wintry conditions as well. And behind that, we've got high pressure ridging back again. So you see everything's moving generally west to east, but within a fairly cool air mass for this run up to Christmas. So we go through to 23rd of December, and high pressure out to west, bringing in this showery northwesterly flow. This is a bit milder as well. If you follow the isobars back around this area of high pressure, the airs originate from the central part of the Atlantic. So actually this is a fairly mild Christmas that we're seeing here. We go through to Christmas Eve on into Christmas Day. A lot of dry and settled weather for Christmas Day. This is the chart for Christmas Day at 6 o'clock in the evening, showing high pressure very close to the country, but it's fairly mild air mass coming around the top of that high. So quite a chilly, coldish lead up to Christmas. Then it turns milder over Christmas itself for this first update. A lot of settled weather though, and there could be fog, of course, underneath that area of high pressure, especially in the south. We go through to Boxing Day, and we find a cold front coming back into the north from Boxing Day through into 27th. There's an active cold front here, sweeping into the north of the country. That will bring a band of probably quite heavy rain. It will turn colder behind me. Following the isobars back, that's polar air starting to move in Boxing Day into the 27th of December. So we get a bit of a northerly shot as we go into a no man's land between Christmas and New Year. That is really quite cold air coming down across the country. There'll be risk of snow showers in the north and the east before the high pressure topples in, and probably gives us a lot of hard frost as we run up towards the new year. Notice we've got a deep cold pull across Europe, and pressure is rising over Scandinavia. This is very close to producing a very cold easterly wind as we're running up to the end of 2015. Does it ever get to an easterly? Let's just run on into the start of the new year. And no, it doesn't actually. We have high pressure just keeping that cold air at bay to the east of the country. But it is a very close run thing. We just stay on the mild side of the ridge. But we don't have long to wait for it turns very cold, because as we go through the 3rd on into the 4th of January, look at this. We've got a big block setting up through the central part of the Atlantic going towards Greenland. A deep trough is plunging south across the country. That looks very cold and very snowy for the start of 2016. So we finish up, as far as I'm going to go with this. Could go on further than that, of course. It runs on 9 months, this model, but I'm going to stop on the 6th of January, which is 12th night, I think. So we end up on a very cold note with low pressure around the country within a bitterly cold air mass and a lot of blocking out in the Atlantic. Winds are in from the north, so there would be snow with that. So already, update 1, I've got a pretty interesting one to start off with. Christmas itself, the actual days of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day do look quite mild, but before that it's fairly chilly, and after that it really gets very cold as we go through the new year. Probably interesting update to start with. As I say, didn't get many updates as chilly as this last year when we was doing the updates. I'm sure you remember most of them, except for the 13th, memorable 13th update last year, were generally quite mild. So we'll just have to monitor it. Is this going to be the trend that we're going to have some very interesting charts to look at this season? We'll find out when we do the second updates and the subsequent updates after that. So the next update will probably be sometime around Wednesday, I would think. So midweek. Come back for that. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching.